Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Poole Town, with the Dolphins in the Conference South. Since we've last met, I've played a total of 5 games, and if you can see the table there's been a couple of good results and there's been quite a few bad results. It started off with a trip to Gloucester in the league and a 3-0 victory for Poole Town. Richard Gillespie with a penalty after 69 minutes, Jack Maloney with a goal after 87, and Warren Bentley finished the scoring on 90 minutes. A very good 3-0 victory away from home. Then 3 defeats on the bounce. First up, Chippenham at home. Andy Sander with a penalty and David Pratt with the 2 goals for Chippenham. Then Dartford paid us a visit and we got absolutely battered. A 3-0 defeat. Andy Pugh, Tom Murphy and Jim Kellerman with the goals. And a 3rd defeat on the spin, and once again another penalty. This time Max Cornhill scores for East Thurrock. This time it was away. Richard Gillespie, however, did miss a penalty for us. And then we were back to winning ways against Weston-super-Mare in the league. A 4-2 victory in total, and we were 3-0 up by half-time. Abdullah Belbaghi with the opening goal after 8 minutes. Richard Gillespie gets 2 more for his total for the season on 38 and 44. Then, the comeback was on. Jake Reed scored twice for Weston-super-Mare, 68 and 71 minutes. But then Warren Bentley pulls one back straight after Reed's second goal on 72 minutes, finishing 4-2 to the Dolphins. And because of that, we are sat mid-table, 13th place to be precise, 9 points, 3 wins, 4 defeats, goal difference of +1. It's been a bit of an up and down season so far. Today, we're going to have 2 matches for you. We're going to have Bognor Regis and we're going to have Oxford City. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do Shoreham and Hampton and Richmond. So there's going to be no breaks. Next episode, I won't need to summarise any matches. We've also signed a couple of players since the last episode. First in was Nathan Turner, 18-year-old English striker, on loan from Ross County in Scotland. He's on loan as a rotation player, so there's no pressure for me to play him. He's all right. He can play as this deep-lying forward, which is a position that, as you know, I do play. Problem is he can't pass, so that could be a problem. And we've also gone and bought ourselves another goalkeeper, Gareth Owen, 21-year-old Welsh goalkeeper, formerly of Swansea and Sheffield United, by the looks of it. Never played a professional game for him. Won't be playing a professional one for me because we're not a professional side. Let's get on to the Bognor Regis game then, which is in a few hours. It's 9 o'clock on the 5th. Bognor Regis then, 17th place in the league. It should be a victory for us. Problem is, we also played East Thurrock and Gloucester, and we've lost. We lost to both of them, didn't we? Yeah. So far, what I've seen from this league, anyone can beat anyone. The starting lineup then for Poole Town versus Bognor Regis is as follows. In goal, Will Britt retains his place over new signing Gareth Owen, who isn't even on the bench because I've given up putting goalkeepers on the bench. Back 4 of Corby Moore, Joe O'Curiel, Will Spett gets his first start of the season, and Osai Sankofa. Midfield pairing of Sean Cooper and Matty Collins. The 2 wingers, Belbaghi on the right, Jack Maloney on the left, and the 2 strikers of Richard Gillespie and Warren Bentley. I've decided to go for Will Spetch here because if I put in Joe Cook, right, I'll show you, you get this lovely orange line which says Joe Cook and Joe O'Curiel have played fairly poorly when are paired and are not a good partnership. So, Joe Cook's a little bit tired. We'll put in Spetch. Problem is as well, Maloney and Corby Moore are also the same. You know what? Let's be brave. Corby Moore dropped for Gudger. Maybe we put Corby Moore. This is stupid. What am I doing? Right, there we go. I've rearranged everything. So Gudger is now on at left back. Corby Moore is playing as a deep line playmaker in midfield. Let's see how well that goes, shall we? Bognor Regis then don't look like they've got a huge amount of known players. And by a huge amount, I don't recognise any of the names there. Assistant can do the team talk, getting a much better job than I would do. I've decided to change the camera up a little bit because I'm not liking the whole dynamic view or whatever it's called. I can't remember. So yeah, we've gone to a TV view. I don't know whether it's going to be any good. I might still be rejigging the camera. Who knows? Now is our chance. Come on, change that to overview. There we go. That's much better. Useful things are here now. 15 minutes on the clock and we have a highlight. Belbaghi, Corby Moore in the centre of midfield today. Ball from Maloney wasn't very good. Moore gets it back. So does Maloney. over the top to Gillespie, and it wasn't a good ball once again, and Bognor Regis are going to break, and it's Pearce running onto the ball, doesn't get there, Sankofa does. Sean Cooper, the veteran of the team. Gudger's long ball towards Gillespie, doesn't really get there. O'Sullivan and Bognor once again coming forward. Pearce, no relations, had a go in Wilbrit with a questionable save. There's a reason why he doesn't play for Southampton anymore. Just putting it that way. Corner for Bognor. Swallow takes it. Corby Moore with an acrobatic clearance, I think is the best way to describe it. White gets it back all the way to the corner taker Swallow. Harriet is... Oh, I thought he was going to get tackled. He's not. Beck gets it. White again. Harriet, Swallow. They're passing it around really well. They've got the ball. Penalty area, and Pearce is going to put it in. He has put it in. Ollie Pearce, no relation, has made it 1-0 to Bognor Regis, and I don't think this is going our way. Another highlight. 40-odd minutes on the clock. Swallow over the top for Ollie Pearce once again. There's no Bognor players in the box at the moment, until now, and they've put it in. That is awful, awful defending. Look at this. Look at this. So, Swallow gets the ball over the top to Pearce. There are no Bognor Regis players at all nearby. The nearest one is Lee, who does run in the box. Nobody spots him, and he makes it 2-0. It is half-time, and Osai Sankofa is awful. Assistant can shout at people. Cool. Right. Let's go tactics. Sankofa is on a 6.2, and we've got no right-backs on the bench. O'Curiel can play right-back. Cook can come on there. And we're going to go... control. I don't know whether that's a good idea. I don't know whether that's actually going to work. Looking at the ratings of my players here. So, Spetch 6.3, Gudger 6.3, Belbaggy 6.2, Gillespie 6.2, Bentley 6.3, Sankofa 6.2. What is going on? We're just not having a good game. Highlight possibly for Bognor. Harriet going back towards White. White to that guy's name. Harriet. Loads of space. No one's closing him down. You may as well just run with it, buddy. Lee, the goal scorer, through to Ollie Pearce, and Spetch with the tackle, only as far as Lee once again, and no one closed him down. Harriet gets it. Corby Moore with a tackle. Questionable whether it was a tackle or a foul. Bentley is going to get the ball. He's got Gillespie in the penalty area. Gillespie's there. How? It hit the left back, I think, and we've got an immediate highlight. White, Harriet, he's found some space. O'Curiel tackles. Cooper gets it clear, and Gillespie. Can we now counter? Gillespie over the top to Bentley. Bentley's going to get there into the penalty area. He's had an effort and Lincoln makes a save, and we're actually getting some chances now. Corner by Corby Moore. It's gone to the front post. It's cleared. Maloney's going to get there first. Maloney to O'Curiel. Okay, fine. Belbaggy, get off the pitch because you're not doing very well. Neil can come on. Swap you two over. Neither of you can play there. Neil, can you be a... You can't play any of these? Well, you're going to have to play just as a winger. Good luck. It can't get any worse, can it? Highlight just after the substitutions. Lincoln's goal kick all the way to O'Sullivan. Flicks it on, but Cook gets there first. Just about keeps it in. Gudger. Over the top to Bentley. Bentley to Gillespie. Gillespie's got Neil on his right. He's done a terrible pass, but Neil gets the ball back from Ollie Pearce. Neil into Corby Moore. Maloney. Bentley. Facing away from goal, back to Maloney, can't control it, and the counter-attack is on, and Taki is running on towards the goal. He's in the area, he's made it 3-0, and this is an absolute embarrassment. 5 minutes to go, and they've had 9 shots, we've had 6. We've just not been very good. It's just been one of those games where we just have not been a good side. 10 seconds left to play, and it doesn't matter what you do, we've lost. Lee with the ball, Taki once again, 92 minutes on the clock. There it is, full time. A 3-0 defeat by Bognor Regis. Angrily, I'm far from pleased. I'm not going to hand over to the assistant. Right, how many of you... So, 6.2, 1... Okay, right, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players that I want to fine. But they're not getting paid any money. Can I fine them? Osai Sankofa, I'm going to criticise your recent form. Because you've been awful. You need to start playing at a higher standard. Good. On to the next game then. It is 15th versus 16th. Oxford City, which, I don't know, are they any good? I don't know whether they're good. I hear Oxford and think that they're a much better side than they are, but it's Oxford City. It's not the actual Oxford United, I think. The starting lineup then for Oxford City versus Poole. We've changed the lineup slightly, and I don't know whether it's going to work or not. In goal, Gareth Owen is going to get his first start. Back four of Sankofa, Wiskin, Cook and Moore. Midfield trio now, I guess, is Bangura, Matty Collins and Matthew Neal on the left. Abdoulaye Belbaghi is the winger on the right. Two strikers are Richard Gillespie and Warren Bentley once again. Oxford City have a regen playing for them in the first season. He's actually really good as well. Why have they got Graham Shaw? Why is he good? Where did they sign him from? They just found him. They just found him on a free. Well, the assistants team talk went spot on there. A lovely win here would come in handy because I don't win that often, and when I lose spectacularly. If I don't score, this is going to sound dumb, if I don't score, I will lose. It's a good save, Corby Moore gets it clear, but that's a worry, it's 19 seconds. Basically, the moment the other team score, that is the point where I know that I'm not going to win. I'm not going to win. If they score a goal, I am not going to win. Neil with a tackle. This is a proper highlight, by the way. Neil gets across to Collins. Collins over the top to Bentley. Bentley's in the penalty area just about. He's got no one there. Berry gets the ball. And Hurst is now going to counter because Corby Moore decided to play as a left winger for a little bit. Moore gets back. Doesn't bother tackling him. It's now Brown into Jones. Jones all the way to McEachran. Don't think he's any relation of Josh. Crossed in. Shaw is there and Shaw scored because he's amazing and he's only 10 years old. 1.5 minutes on the clock and they've scored a goal already. What has happened here? 7 minutes on the clock and there's a second highlight. Bentley, Gillespie, across to Corby Moore into Collins. Why is Corby Moore doing one-touch football? This is Conference South football, mate. You've got plenty of time on the ball. Shaw gets it but gets tackled by Bangura. Sankofa to Collins. Over the top to Neil. That is a great ball. Neil, lovely control. Crosses in. Gillespie's there at the back. And Richard Gillespie gets his 8th goal of the season, I think. This goal all comes from this ball from Collins and Neil's control. That is where the goal comes from. That ball, Neil's control, lovely to get it past Ostler. And Gillespie in the 6-yard box cannot miss that. Another highlight, Belbaghi's free kick. No one is there. And it looks like Oxford City are going to break with about 7 Oxford players and 2 Poole Town players. Why are there only 2 Poole Town players? He was offside. He was offside. Hurst has put it in. He was offside. Why is no one running over to the linesman? He was offside. Let's watch this. So, Brown is running. Let's pause it. Let's find Horatio Hurst, which, by the way, is an amazing name. Horatio Hurst. He's running. He's running. Can we rewind? How do we rewind? I don't know how to rewind, but he looks a little bit offside there to me. Highlights for Oxford. Shaw on the edge of the penalty area. Jones gets tackled. Bangura gets there. He's been tackled as well. Belbaghi, though, picks up the ball. Long ball over the top for Bentley. We see that a lot. Bentley's 1-on-1 with the keeper. And how have you missed it? How? It was 1-on-1. That is half time then. 2-1 to Oxford. They've been the much better side. But they are countering the counter-attack. Which, how do you counter a counter-attack? Assistant, do some shouting. Good. Right, tactics. Let's try this again. Let's go. Maybe we should stop playing on counter and we should just stick to control. 50 minutes on the clock and I'm bringing off Bentley because Bentley isn't doing very well and Turner, I don't even know who Turner is. Who is Turner? Oh, he's the guy from Ross County, that guy. Nathan Turner, him. Second half is just disappearing with not a lot happening to it. Matthew Patterson's just come on, former Southampton striker. Literally nothing, no highlights at all. It's just disappeared the whole game. Corby Moore is on a 6.1. On a 6-point-bloody-1. Free kick for Oxford, edge of the edge. That's not edge of the area. Well outside the area. It's gone wide. That is going to be full time. And we had a total of 0 highlights in that half. Assistant, shout at people. Cool. Corby Moore. Corby Moore. What's your form? See, you're alright. I can't moan at you for bad form. But I can. No, come on. One player. Criticised last game. Maybe that? My tackling was definitely not up to scratch. Cool, he listened. Good. Well, that's going to do it for this episode, and it's not been a good one. We've got a total of 9 points, still. 2 defeats this episode, and they were not good defeats either. They were against teams, particularly the Oxford one and the Bognor one. We probably should have beaten them both. Next episode, we are going to have the Shoreham game and the Hampton and Richmond game. So we're not going to see anything. There's going to be no matches in between. Hopefully, because Shoreham aren't a very good team, they don't even have any players. Hopefully this should be a game that we could win. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2018 with the Dolphins. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.